Hello, hello. Welcome to another spontaneous weekly stream. Hello, hello. All right, I'm going to play some music from the YouTube audio library. And while I listen to it, I'm going to be judging it to see if it sounds good for videos because I love listening to all the audio library music and finding good ones for my videos. So today we're going to be first making this Kakashi portrait, but not the usual fuse bead making. We're making the snap-in bead portrait. So everything I'm doing, I'm not going to fuse it in the end. I'm not going to be ironing it. All right, let's get this new music from YouTube Audio Library going. So this one is called Good for the Ghost. Let's see if this sounds good for background music. Oh, do you hear it? That sounds pretty good, actually. I like this one. Alright, so I'm gonna just start placing some beads here to make Kakashi. So this portrait I got is from a video game, I think. Let's get this not too loud. And then I have to make sure it fits on this canvas. So the pixels from the bottom, like down here, it's 38. So I think over here we have... how should I do this? I know, I'll start with the vest for Kakashi. So let's do it like this. 3, 4, 1, 2. So with the snap-in beads, it's a bit different from normal beading. You just stick it in like that and it stays. It's actually a lot faster once you get the hang of it. Because you don't need to iron, you don't need to do any of the masking tape stuff. You just pop it in and then you can already start making images. So it's a really fun way to do pixel art. I tried one of their kits. Is this the same song? I guess it's playing again. So the original kit I did was an astronaut scene, and let me see where that is. This is a kit I got from Artkal, and I tried it. I made a video about it. It was really fun to do. So this my first time trying to do my own design that I picked out. This is Copy Ninja Kakashi from Naruto, if you know the series. Let me find the green for his vest. I think this would be the best, I think, for his vest. Alright, we'll see how that looks. I don't know how long it will take. I'm going to be using 2,024 beads to fill up this canvas. So I'm just doing the bottom of his vest right now. And then this is part of his mask. I'm using a really dark gray. If you're Canadian, today is Remembrance Day. And I had a morning shift at the library where I had to do a whole announcement for a 2-minute moment of silence. So all I had to do was tell everyone in the library, hey, please observe 2 minutes of silence while we commemorate the end of World War I at the 11th hour on the 11th day of the 11th month. And I did a reading of Flanders Fields, which is a poem written by a Canadian soldier or a Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae. So I did a reading of that, and then yeah, I had to blast it over the announcement. It was kind of nerve-wracking because I don't do announcements too much other than closing announcements. So this is the first time I did a whole reading in front of the whole library. But it turned out okay. My coworker said I did a good job and that they heard everything. So it was a good day. I had this customer who I think is somewhat mentally ill. She's like super rude to the staff, makes everyone uncomfortable, just really demanding, and she just like she switches up. She might have bipolar disorder, I don't know. But she does have some sort of illness and she's older, so I had to help that customer today while she yelled at us and just treated us horribly, but that is customer service. Other than that, though, pretty good morning. And because it's my birthday tomorrow, I got a free breakfast sandwich from Tim Hortons, which is an iconic Canadian breakfast chain, coffee shop chain that was eventually taken over by, I think, American company, but still very Canadian at one point. So I got a free breakfast sandwich, which it was really delicious. I was very happy about that. And I think I'll get some more birthday freebies tomorrow, but I might not have time to even get them because I'll be working on set. Yes, tomorrow I got called in to do a workout scene, so I gotta put on some gym clothes and then pretend like I'm working out, I guess. Alright, you probably can't see this, but I'm outlining the vest right now for Kakashi. You'll see it once I get more of them in. Let me just count the dark beads here first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Perfect. That's exactly what I need. Okay. And then I'm just adding in more of the greens so you can start to see this vest come together. This style of beading is very different from what I'm used to, but I love that once you place the bead down, it's done. It's stuck there. So I think it is faster than having to iron these beads. Okay. I just hope I have enough of these green ones. I didn't really count. be good. It's not too big of a portrait. But Kakashi from Naruto is my favorite character from that entire series. He's a copy ninja, so he can do all sorts of techniques. He looks really cool. His design is just really cool. He always has one of his eyes covered because he actually has a Sharingan, which only the Uchiha clan has. And the Uchiha clan, they're a very special group of people who live in the Hidden Leaf Village, but they were annihilated by one of the clan members who just got rid of all of them. He betrayed the clan. And the only remaining Uchiha is Sasuke and his brother Itachi. So, why does Kakashi have a Sharingan? You'll have to watch the anime. But he got it from one of the Uchihas. It's a really great show. I love Naruto, and I just really felt like making this portrait today. Oh, this is a nice song. Yeah, this is a great song for background music. Hi, Cedric. Hello, Dreamer. Didn't know you were live streaming today. Yeah, I just spontaneously felt like doing it because tomorrow's my birthday and I won't have any time to do anything. Yesterday, I didn't live stream Minecraft, so I just felt like live streaming this today because I finished work early. I'm just waiting to get the call times, which is the time you have to be on set for tomorrow. I'm gonna be working the whole day for my birthday. But yeah, it's nice to see you. Thanks for joining the stream, the spontaneous stream. As you can see, this is a snap-in beads kit, and I think it's gonna be really fun because I'm making one of my favorite Naruto characters. It actually might take longer than normal beading. I don't know. It just... Yeah, maybe because I'm so used to regularly beading, I'm a lot slower with this one. But at least you don't have to iron it. And the result looks very cool. The pixel art look is very different from our usual bead art. I also have a bunch of these canvases that I just wanted to use because I've only ever made one, which is like a space theme. How are you doing today? I was just talking earlier about having to do a Remembrance Day announcement at the library because in Canada we have a day called Remembrance Day to remember the end of World War I. And then it's a day where we wear poppies. So like the red flower with the black center. Today's the day we always we wear those on our shirts for Remembrance Day. Wow, this new audio library music is pretty good. I'm so far really liking these tunes. Like I could definitely use some of these for the background music in my videos. Yeah, also today we are listening and judging some of the YouTube audio library music just for fun. This was really good. It's like it feels like a Wii background music. I'm saving that one. Oh, this song is called By Myself from the YouTube audio library. Happy early birthday. Remember how I found your channel? It was the video of you using this thing. Oh, really? That was how you found my channel? Oh, so that was pretty recent. Thank you for being here, Dreamer. And thanks for the birthday wishes. That's always cool to hear how people find your channel or what got them to subscribe. So that was really cool. I didn't know that was the video. Or maybe you might have mentioned it before. But since that's a pretty new video. But I'm so glad you've been able to check out my channel and try out different projects. Since I'll be working on set tomorrow, I don't really have I don't have any birthday plans. But over the weekend, I hung out with my friends. We went to get ramen, and I wanted to get bubble tea. And I didn't think of it much as like a birthday hangout, because it was the weekend before my birthday, and they didn't mention anything. My friends didn't mention anything about celebrating my birthday. So I thought it was just a regular hangout. Then after we ate ramen, my friend was like, "Oh, we got you a cake, but the ramen place won't let us eat it here." And I was like, "Wait, what? A cake? I wasn't expecting a cake." And also, like, why wouldn't the ramen place let us eat it? Honestly, they were like, "No outside food or drink." But like, it's my birthday. It's my birthday celebration. You can't let us eat the cake. I've actually never heard of a restaurant doing that. Like, usually most restaurants, they let you celebrate your birthday there if you bring a cake, right? I don't know. I feel like that's the most basic thing that you could do for a customer is to let them have a birthday cake. But who knows? We went to Kinton Ramen, and the ramen wasn't even good. Like, it was kind of flavorless. But I still love ramen. I loved getting to see my friends. And then what I mainly wanted to do that day was to get bubble tea. And we were in a mall. Because since the restaurant wouldn't let us eat the cake, we were like, okay, let's go to the food court of a mall. We don't have any plates. We don't have any utensils. Let's just eat it in the mall. And I was like, oh, I actually have utensils in my purse, because I always carry a set of chopsticks, spoon, fork, and knife with me in case I ever need to eat something and I don't have utensils. So it came in handy perfectly for this occasion. So my friends and I, we were in the food court. I cut a slice of the cake, and then we all just sat there trying to eat this cake without it falling on the dirty table, because we didn't have any plates. And because the ramen place wouldn't let us eat it there. I don't understand, Kinton Ramen, why? Why don't you let us celebrate birthdays there? Do you hate cake? I guess if that's their policy, that's a pretty weird policy for a restaurant. But yeah, it was still a very enjoyable experience. And oh yeah, I was saying I wanted bubble tea mainly for that hangout. And while we were walking around the mall, my spidey senses were just tingling. I was just like, I have a feeling there's free bubble tea being given away, and we should get it. Because I saw people holding these tiny cups of bubble tea, and I'm like, there's no way somebody's selling tiny cups of bubble tea. Those must be samples that are being given away. So we must go find it. And then we found this store that just opened. They had a bubble tea cart. And they were like, free bubble tea if you come in and check out the store. So we got it. Milk tea with brown sugar. Free. It tasted delicious. I don't know where they made the bubble tea, because it was a clothing store. But I was very pleased, very happy that I got some free bubble tea. And then it was snowing too. Yeah, in Canada, it's already snowing. I've already been sliding on this icy roads. Very dangerous. But yeah, it's snowing. Right, but it always snows before my birthday. I started proto beading in July, and I was like, what is that girl doing with her beads? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would be, if I was new at perler bead, I would be wondering too, what is this? You can do that with perler beads? Yeah, I never would have imagined you could do this with them. Okay, Kakashi, we are almost done this vest portion, the left portion. This is a really cool portrait. I don't know where I found it, but I have this folder of pixel art ideas. I have a bunch of anime ones. I have Attack on Titan, Inuyasha. I think I have some My Hero Academia, I don't know, but a lot of Naruto, because these are sprites from the old games that Naruto has. That's something I love about older games, is that they'll have pixel art images of the characters, because back then everything was pixel art before the graphics turned so nice. But this, I don't remember where I found this one, but it's a really good image of Kakashi. I love it, and I can't wait for it to be in bead form and I can hang it on my wall. And the cool thing about these is that it's not permanent, so once you get tired of it, just take it all apart. Or if I need the beads, if I need to use a certain color, I'll just be like, okay, I need to take this vest apart and use all these greens again. So it's a really fun way to play with your beads. What have you been up to? Any new projects? Any new Minecraft characters? I think because I've been working a lot of set days, I've just been a bit too busy with designing more Minecraft figures. But I do want to get back into that soon. What should my next Minecraft character be? I was thinking the Illagers, like the Pillager or Vindicator or whatever those ones. But now, I don't know. I feel like maybe it's time to make the pig. Just maybe an animal. It's been a while since I made an animal. This is a nice song too. This one's called Claim to Fame. All of these songs have been pretty good so far. I'm saving them for future potential use in my YouTube videos. If you're on my Discord as well, I've been seeing some really cool bead art on there. Somebody made a Gojo mini bead art, which looks really cool. Like they had a reference photo, Gojo with Gato. I still haven't even finished Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 yet. So I don't even know what the story is. I need to get on that as well. Look at this vest, it's almost done. I just need to do the outline. I actually don't know how long this will take me. I hope not too long. We'll see if we can even finish the whole portrait in one go. A Minecraft horse. Yes, a Minecraft horse is also on my list. That one's kind of tricky because the head has to be movable. That is a good challenge to do. You're right, though. I need to do that. I need to get on that. Same, I've been slacking on making perlers. I've been so busy recently, I'm not... When I'm not busy, I'm tired, so I don't have to... Yeah, exactly. I know exactly how you feel. That's kind of me right now. I'm just really physically tired because doing background work is just... You're just standing there. You're standing on set all day, reacting, pretending like you know what the story is, but you don't. And then I just like, I've been super physically tired, but mentally it's so fun and stimulating for me. I love working on a set, a TV show set, but it is extremely tiring, very long hours. So I've been like kind of procrastinating on the Perler Bead project. That's why I'm taking some time today to just chill over here, chat, and make some cool Naruto things, because I love Naruto. It's been a while since I actually watched the anime, but anything related to Naruto I love. And look, I got a Kakashi keychain here that I got in Japan. Big Kakashi fan, if you could not tell. Okay, so this is the end of his vest. I also really love shows that have kind of like a... It's kind of like Kakashi is a teacher, and since they're all ninjas, they're all kind of... It's like a military, but with ninjas. And the show I'm on, it's also kind of like you're in the military, but it's a school. Like you're in a military school and you're a cadet. So I think it's really fun. You get to be like serious, like you're on duty. Cadet Victoria, on duty. Okay, yeah, so this is the left side of his Jonin vest. In Naruto, they have 3 levels. It's Chunin, Gonin, and Jonin. So it's your rank as a ninja. And Kakashi is a teacher, so he's a very well experienced ninja who teaches Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura how to become good ninjas. Although, I think he taught Sasuke a lot more compared to Naruto, who learned more from Jiraiya, and Sakura, who learned from Tsunade, who is a medical ninja. I love that. I love how there's different factions of the ninja society. You have the med team, you have the fighter team, defense, surveillance, and then Kakashi, of course, he's also mysterious. You don't ever see his face in the anime. You don't know how he looks. And he just has a very cool look to him. Silver hair, he has electric moves, and he can also do other people's moves, which is why he's called the Copy Ninja. Ooh. This song's pretty good too. This one's called Purple Desire. Yeah, I'm really liking some of this new YouTube audio music. Around this time of year, my music tastes will change significantly. Like, I'm starting to listen to more winter songs, and winter songs are usually slower and more dramatic for me, because I want to get over the winter blues here in Canada. It gets really gloomy and dark and sad when it's winter here in Toronto. So you gotta do fun activities in the winter to keep your spirits up, or listen to nice music. So right now, I'm bringing out the Bring Me the Horizon playlist again. I need a little bit of somebody screaming at me while I'm driving. I've also been listening to Keshi. I don't know if you guys have heard of him before. He has a really nice voice. I've been into his music on my long drives to the studio. But Bring Me the Horizon definitely is a winter, November, December band that I like to listen to. Paramore is more of a fall band that I will listen to. And then recently I watched the Beaches perform. Definitely check out the Beaches Tiny Desk video. I love that. I just watched that today while I was at the gym. You know, Tiny Desk by NPR. That's a really cool channel that features performers, artists. They're just singing in a room, like an office, and it's such a nice vibe. Very cozy live music, and makes a great YouTube video. So I watched the Beaches one today. You guys should check it out if you ever like their music. Alright, so this whole chunk here in the middle is going to be his mask. That'll take a while. Yeah, the thing that's hard with this type of beading is that you can't just dump a bunch of beads in the middle and then put them in place. Maybe I can. Let me try that, actually. I could try that and see if it works. It'll be really messy, though. This sounds like a Simlish song. Like there's Sims trying to sing. Or it could be an Animal Crossing song. This one's also nice. Pretty good. Good background music. After trying to start my own band and try to record the covers that we've been doing, I've realized how hard it is to actually be an artist, a musical artist, because I don't understand anything about sound engineering. People who know how to mix songs, record everything, that's a whole new world. I think it would be similar to people who have never edited a video in their life, trying to learn that, because it is a huge learning curve. So for my little band that I've been doing with my friends from work, I realize how unequipped I am to be recording anything, but baby steps. I have some clips of us singing Yellow by Coldplay and You Belong With Me by Taylor Swift. It's just very unprofessional, like no microphones or anything recording, just straight from the camera mic. Will improve though. And then maybe one day I could do a live stream where our band is playing. Who knows if they will be up for that. We'll have to get a lot of practice in first. I hope I didn't make a mistake. The good thing with this is that it's pretty easy to take the beads out if you put the wrong one. And I always hold it up like this so that there's some space underneath. And then you just pop it in. That would be awesome, yeah. Hopefully one day we'll get to a good enough level where we are super comfortable playing a song and just know it from heart. Because right now when I play guitar, I'm looking at what chord I need to play. I'm kind of looking at the music, so I'm not really fully in, like fully vibing to it. I'm still very focused on learning what to play. But I just love that once you actually memorize a song and know it by heart, then you can really just rock out and jam. Yeah, my friends were like, "Oh, I looked so stiff in that recording." But I think that's pretty normal. Like for our first time practicing together as a band. It's okay. We'll get better. Our librarian band will one day have its debut. Or who knows? Who knows what will happen? Oh, I think I made a mistake somewhere. Please let me be able to fix this easily. Okay, here it is. Yeah, the thing with this is that you can't hold it. You can't make it flat. You have to hold it up like this. Otherwise you can't get the bead through. Which is a little tricky, but it's okay. And I don't know how well you can see what I'm doing, but it should be okay here. This is the right side of his vest. Pretty much done. I just have to fill it in. Alright, we're making some good progress. I have so much work I need to do in terms of learning guitar. Like solos, I could never. And improvising, don't know how to do that. I barely know the names of certain chords. If you show me the position of my fingers, of where I need to put them, I'll do it. I just don't know what the chord is called. And it's very helpful when you know what the chords are called, because people can just be like, hey, play this, play this, play this. But then I'll be like, I don't know what that is. But you can tell me, show me a picture, and I'll know what to do. Ooh, this song, very spacey. It's called At All Costs. Okay, this one sounds like very extraterrestrial. Ooh, and it's got a guitar in there, electric guitar solo. Kind of a dark sci-fi cinematic song. When I used to work at an escape room making their video clues, one thing that the boss always did was he would play music that fit the vibe of the room. So if it was like an escape room in space or having to do with aliens, he would just play alien music all day. And listen to that while they were coming up with ideas for what puzzles to make. And I guess it works pretty well to get your creative juices flowing. Oh, Dreamer, after the stream you're gonna attempt to make a 3D project? What are you gonna make? A Minecraft character? I think you're getting the hang of 3D projects. You can design anything. It's fun when you have that. When you have the power to create anything that your mind sets. Probably something Minecraft? Okay, nice. Are you looking to make an animal? Or maybe an item? There's so much you can make. I still need to make your little mushroom guy. I really like that mushroom. Hold on, let me see here. I think there's a bead that's slightly there has to be something that's misplaced here. It's okay, I don't think it matters too much right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Something looks wrong, but I don't think you'll notice, so we'll just keep going. Yeah, you forgot about him. Yeah, that I remember that mushroom because I love mushrooms for some reason, like the red mushrooms. I just think they're so cute, but they're poisonous. They just look really cottagecore-y. Makes me think of a woodland house, a cabin in the woods. Okay, this is the part where... Okay, I just have to count and make sure I get this right. I saw Artkal Beads, they had a new post today where they had new containers to store their mini beads. I think that's really handy, like, because I have my bead wall behind me, but not everybody can buy those. They have a whole new storage kit where you can get these tiny little boxes that fit 1000 beads perfectly, and you can label them. And then they're sending me some of the new M series beads, so maybe I could get one of those organizers and then keep them sorted there. Yeah, if you see their Instagram, you'll see their new organizers. They look pretty good. I wish I could get some of those for the new beads that they'll have. Alright, so the rest of this, I'm filling it with this dark gray. What I like about this mesh, because they have two different colors. I have a black one and a white one. I think if I used a white mesh, it wouldn't really blend in well. The black one works very well for these darker colors. So if you were ever to get these grids, I would go with black, depending on what your project is. For Kakashi, black definitely suits him better. Alright, so here I'm just filling. I just gotta fill all of these rows with the same gray. I wish I could speedrun it, but it takes pretty long to do. It takes a few seconds, or actually no, maybe half a second to put in one bead. can do this fast one. Yeah, I can't place the beads nearby because every time I pop it in, they'll just jump out. So this is the fastest I can go. You might make a red panda. Wow, I didn't know Minecraft had red pandas. Is that in a special DLC or a mod? I don't think I've seen a red panda before. Or how would that even look? I bet it'll be really cute. Red pandas are so small. Yeah, they should have a red panda. That's definitely something I could see them having. Maybe in a future update. It's a mod? Oh, what's the mod called? I wonder if, are people still playing Cobblemon? I think that was Minecraft modded with Pokemon. I saw people playing that for a bit, but now I feel like maybe it died down a bit. Oh, another thing I was thinking I should do on this live stream, because honestly sometimes I get bored of myself. I get bored of even listening to myself. But I like to go on Reddit and see different stories that people have. I found like one page that says, Librarians of Reddit, what has been your strangest customer experience at work? Which is interesting because I work at a library, so I've had so many strange customer experiences that I feel like I could write a show about, like Parks and Recreation style. Dry humor, just kind of ridiculous, but based on real life events. Kind of like The Office too. I love those kind of shows, those type of comedy shows. And I feel like you could definitely do that with a library setting. Especially for my community has more of an Asian population, but it's still pretty diverse. You see all sorts of people, and then you could get some really funny scenarios. But yeah, somebody had one. Somebody was writing. Somebody wrote, beside the people doing drugs, I would say the older lady who came up and stared at our Christmas tree, only to tell us that luckily it is free of demons. Then she just left. Yeah, that sounds like something that somebody coming to the library would do. We've had some very interesting characters come into the library. Some are a little scary even. Like one time there was a guy who he was like whispering at everyone. He was like, "Can I have headphones? Can you give me headphones?" And we're like, "No, we don't have headphones, sir. You can buy headphones," but he's like, "No, I want headphones. Give me headphones." And he was like freaking everyone out. So then the front desk lady just gave him the headphones for free, even though they usually just cost $3. She gave it to him. Then he tried to use the computer, but he didn't know how to use it, and then he just threw the headphones into the trash. And then he was just pacing back and forth in front of the front desk. And the front desk, they're the nicest, sweetest aunties. They're very nice. Some of them, English is their second language, so sometimes it's harder for them to communicate and like put up boundaries or like to fight back, you know? But like this guy was just being all weird and like going up to the front desk kind of aggressively. And then they just kind of watched him, and then he was pretty frustrated, so then he just grabbed the hand sanitizer bottle and he stormed out of the library. And then I just watched him as he poured sanitizer, like he pumped sanitizer all over his arms, and he was just like showering with hand sanitizer. And he stole our hand sanitizer bottle. He just took it away. Then he went outside to the flower pots, and then he started doing push-ups, and then he was just lying on the floor. So yeah, that's one of my crazy library experiences. What else? What else is there? Let's see. Somebody wrote, it's a toss-up between the dude that tried to get me to star in his self-produced adult film and the dude who tried to bring his emotional support alligator into the library. Where does he live where somebody would have an emotional support alligator? Oh my gosh. Is he from this sounds like a Florida library. An alligator. Actually, I've never had anyone bring emotional support animals to the library. I haven't seen it yet. I would love to see an emotional support dog, though. I know, that's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Yeah, there's a lot of weird things that happen in a public library. You'd be surprised. Somebody wrote, not the strangest, but it was memorable. A little boy around 4 years old was so excited to visit the library that he ran full tilt through the main entrance and face first into the end of a row of shelving. Ouch. Bounced off, dusted himself off, and then proceeded to ask for markers to complete our scavenger hunt his little friend had told him about. Oh, that's pretty normal. That's not strange at all. That's like little kids falling down and like running into shelves. That's very common. There's one little boy. He's around 7 years old. He's the cutest guy. But he brought his little bouncy ball to the library the other day. And then he was showing me, this is my bouncy ball. And then it fell off the desk and started bouncing away. And he kind of just body slammed onto the ground to try to catch it. And he really smacked the ground. And I was like, oh my gosh, I hope he's okay. But kids are so flexible. They're like jello. They fall down and then it's like nothing happened. That's cute. But not too strange. That's a pretty typical kid. That library, whatever library that person worked at, if that was your most memorable story, that must have been a very quiet library. Somebody wrote, I had one of our more colorful patrons complain to my director that I was casting black magic spells against her. I was, but there was no way she could have known that. That's really funny. Yeah, sometimes there are customers who you just like, you have to be nice to them. You can't fight back because you're in customer service and customers are, you can't really like yell back at them or be like, don't talk to me like that. Can't really do that. That's not a good look on you, but sometimes I do want to be like, hey, do not speak to me like that. Why are you being so mean to me? I really want to say that to the lady today, to be like, why are you being so mean? But clearly I think she had a mental illness, so there's no point. It would only provoke her more. So sometimes you just have to keep it all in and just not let it bother you, because sometimes people are just weird. They're just weird. Let's see, what else have people been saying? My first gig was in a small Midwestern town. they always kept the local paper behind the desk because someone kept stealing it. It turned out the paper was reporting on a local scandal that someone didn't want to get out. I guess they figured by stealing the paper, there'd be no microfilm record of it. Oh my gosh, that's such a library story because it's true. That's happened a lot at my library, which is so weird. There's been people who steal the newspaper. They'll even like cut out a certain article from the paper, and then the pages who are always checking our inventory and making sure everything goes back to the right spots, they'll look at it and be like, there's a whole article missing from this newspaper. Somebody must have cut it out. And then there have been times where the supervisor actually caught the person who did it, and they have to be like, don't do that, sir. Please put it back. Or yeah, there will be people who just steal newspapers. It's so weird. But yeah, only the older patrons would use the newspaper. I honestly don't know anybody my age who reads newspapers. I feel like newspapers will eventually disappear. Just sad, but inevitable, I have a feeling. Oh my gosh, somebody wrote, maybe the guy who asked to borrow scissors and then proceeded to cut the mouse off of all the computers. That's, oh my gosh, that sucks. Who would do that? Why would they do that? Yeah, computers is another thing that library offers that you just find weird stuff happening to it sometimes. At my library, like one time I saw somebody unplugged all of the mice from the computer, and then we had to like plug it all back in. Somebody unplugged the computers from the outlet, which was annoying because then I had to turn them back on. Ooh, I don't know if this works. I don't think you can even notice the difference between this darker gray and the lighter gray. I should have realized that earlier. I'll change it later. Actually, let me see. Yeah, I can't really notice it. It just looks like a blob. Oh man, I might have to change this later. I'm not doing it now. Okay, now let's do Kakashi's face. I need brown. All right. Let's do his face portion. It'll look much nicer once we get those in. Yeah, I think I actually have to switch out these light grays, because they're not as light as I would have liked. So you don't really see any contrast. Well, actually, you can on the side. See? It's okay. We'll leave it for now. And then we'll try it out later. Okay, this one I have to keep looking, so I'll read some library stories afterwards. This song, it's a bit too funky for me. Oh, I don't like this song. Let's switch. Oh, this song's called Cooked. Oh, of course. It sounds like brain rot music. This one's nice. Windy Road Back to You. Oh, this is a nice song. Sometimes with YouTube audio library music, it sounds like really good. And then out of nowhere, somebody starts singing. And you're like, no. Hopefully no one starts singing in this song, because it sounds pretty good so far. But this is how, whenever I make videos, I need like the perfect song to match with the context of the videos. Sometimes like there are songs that are really nice to listen to, but they just don't match the video. So this is Kakashi's left eye. His left eye is the one with the Sharingan. So I'm gonna need one red bead to represent his Sharingan. Just push the bead out. There. This and then... Okay, this... I'll use some light gray. Okay, I have 3 different grays because the reference image has like 3 slightly different shades of gray. Here. Here. And the lightest one here. Should you make a penguin instead, Dreamer? Yeah, I think a penguin would be pretty cool. Because that was the... I think that was the mob vote. For the mob vote, I voted for penguin. I still think there should be a penguin, because there are polar bears in Minecraft. Why aren't there penguins? The South Pole needs some representation. There we go. So this would be Kakashi's eye. His Sharingan eye. This is gonna... Oh, this is gonna be a big portrait. Giant face of Kakashi. I'm not complaining. I'd love to have a giant Kakashi hang in my room. We're getting into some yeehaw music. Oh, here's like a dramatic emo music. Lo-fi emo music. Oh, with a little bit of sci-fi. Just, yeah, sometimes I like really dramatic songs that build up and then... Yeah, there's like a build up. Oh, yeah. I like this song. This is a nice song. Okay, let's see. Just There's 2 more beads down here. Do you guys see Kakashi coming together? It's looking very cool with his special eye. Okay, actually, I still think this dark gray is really fitting for him. So, I think I'll keep the mask for now. Can you see that? Yeah, it's still, like, you can see his eye is starting to come through, show through. The penguin in Minecraft is an emperor penguin. I think the one from the mob boat. I think that would be really cool if you made that. I don't have any plans to make a penguin soon, so I'd love to see how yours turns out. Oops, wait. This is a skateboarding song. Like, yeah, just listen to it. It sounds like a skateboarding song. Or like a camp, it's very camp rock. Very, yeah, it sounds like camp rock, reminds me of camp rock. Wow, she's really good. Yeah, that's definitely what was Alison Stoner's character in Camp Rock? I don't know. She had like an electric keyboard and did a dance that was so funny. And this would be the Jonas Brothers part. This is Kakashi winking. I don't know if I could change it so that his eyes open, but I'll copy just exactly this design first, and then I don't know if I can make it look like he has both eyes open. Actually, it might be cooler that he's winking, because that means he's using his Sharingan. It's been only 1 hour, and we've made a lot of progress. I'm hoping I can finish this in the next 1.5 hours. And I will feel super accomplished for today. And then maybe I could put this behind my wall, like right there. That would be a really good spot. Sounds like a pop song. Kind of Sabrina Carpenter-y. Yeah, this was pretty good. It's a nice song. Pretty groovy. I love synths. Like, I really like the 80s sound. Having a bunch of synths all the time. It's like a very happy feeling. Oh, you had to find a different penguin because you didn't have the right colors for the other one? That's okay. Then it'll be extra unique. Just like the mushroom guy. Can't wait to see it though. Two, three. Alright, now I'm going up to Kakashi's headband. This is where you will see the Hidden Leaf Village symbol, which represents all of the ninja in Konoha, which is the village hidden in the leaves. There's going to be some extra space for this portrait, so I'm not sure what to do with that yet. We'll see as we get there. I might just make Kakashi today, and then maybe finish up the background afterwards. For now, I'm just trying to get his full portrait, and then we'll figure out what to do with the extra space behind him. And also here, like, it gets cut off here. I need to extend his vest. We can play around. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I misplaced something. Should be 5 here. Or 6, yeah, 5 here. And then here, 1. Oh, yeah. Move this up 1. Okay, these are going to be gray beads over here. So let me find some more of that. Let's try this. I don't know if I should go darker. It's okay. That's pretty good. Can you see this is Kakashi from afar? Yeah, I think you can tell. Okay, now let's do his other ear. Okay, let's go back to crazy library stories. This was recent, and it happened to me and my supervisor. But pretty much, we got this call from our coworkers that, hey, can we get Victoria upstairs to help with a print job? Somebody's printing something, and it's not printing. And then I go upstairs, look at the computer, and the first thing I see is just this super graphic injury. I think it was like a foot injury or something. But I'm like, oh my god, like what is that? First of all, it was like a hole in somebody's foot that was recovering. And I was like, oh, I'm happy to help you print that. Let's download it first. So we download these pictures of an injury. The guy didn't seem to mind that we were looking at it, and he wasn't uncomfortable with us looking at it. But I was like, okay, here, it's all printed, and then we go to the printer. It comes out a huge picture of like an injury. I don't know what happened. The poor guy. I don't know if it was his injury or somebody he knew, but I was really grossed out because I don't like looking at human injuries. That's why I can't be a human doctor. The only reason I ever thought I could be a veterinarian was because looking at an animal's injury does not affect me the same as looking at a human. So if you get a paper cut and you show me, I will say, no, get that away from me. Stay away. Don't show me any of your injuries. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to be near it. Just don't show me any injuries. But if it's my own injury, it doesn't really matter. I don't care. Like, I can look at that. But if it's somebody else's injury, I just get like, oh, I get all soft and like, I just don't like looking at other people's injuries. So that was another crazy story that happened recently. Like the pictures I saw, oh my god, it looked like I was looking through a medical textbook. It was just the most hurt-looking foot I've ever seen. And yeah, like some people, they really don't care. They're just like, can you help me print this? I'm like, yeah, you can print that. No problem, sir. Like he could have just been like, I need help to print something. What are the steps? I will try to do it myself. But I looked through all the photos. I was like, oh, okay. And I don't even know what to say at this point. I'm just like, yep. And we're just awkwardly like silent, looking at them, and just like, okay, here you go, printed. Have a nice day. And it's just like, I was holding my breath the whole time because it just looked so painful. There's another customer one time, he's like, I need help printing something. And it was like a wanted poster of a guy. And at first I'm like, is this your own wanted poster? I wasn't sure if that guy was the same as the one on the poster, but then I realized, okay, there's a different person. But it was really weird. I was like, he was printing a wanted poster from another country in another language, and I was like, I hope this is like a prop for a short film or something. Okay. 2 more grays. I think another very funny bit that could be used in a sitcom for a library show is sometimes they have really random art showings at the library. Like somebody will just come and display their art there. And like some of the art is just, it's not the greatest art. It looks, I mean, it's good. It's a good try. It's a good effort. And it's nice to have your art being shown, but like some of it look like little kids drew it. And it was being, it's like being displayed at the library for everyone to admire. I feel like that's a nice way to get small artists to be seen, but also like I would wait until I am actually a really good artist before I try to display my art for everyone to look at. But I mean, good on them. Good on them for putting themselves out there. I think Parks and Recreation actually had there's a bit in Parks and Recreation where what's his name, Jerry or Terry or Larry, that one guy who always got bullied in the office but was really the happiest guy ever. He painted a whole portrait of the Parks and Recreation team, and then for his supervisor Leslie Nope, he painted her as like a beautiful goddess. But like it was like it showed everything, her natural beauty, like her true natural beauty. And then that was just displayed on the wall with her face on it, like she was like a minotaur or something, a natural minotaur without any clothing, a minotaur, because minotaurs don't have clothes, right? So that was a really funny bit from Parks and Recreation. You could totally do that in the library. It would be a spin-off of Parks and Recreation. Like, I would love a library show. They need to do that. And get Tina Fey back on board to be a librarian. She makes a wonderful, mean librarian. Okay, so Kakashi's actually I think I need to change these to gray, because it's not supposed to be green. This is the headband for the Hidden Leaf Village. But I think they're for shading reasons they were using green. It shouldn't be green, it should be like it should be dark gray. Not too dark, but not too light either. Yeah, it shouldn't be green. Green doesn't make sense in this situation. We'll redesign it a little here. I'll get my ruler green. I mean, this is perler gray. I use this for here. Is that dark enough? Actually, no, it's not dark enough. I use that for the center. This one's slightly darker. Okay, we'll try this one and see if that looks better. I just don't think green works very well for this. That's how the original looks, though. Ooh, I like this song. It's called Nebula. This one's a good song for my videos because I like to pick songs that sound kind of like Minecraft. This one sounds very Minecraft. I'm saving this one. It's called ambient genre. Like on YouTube audio library, I love the ambient genre for my videos. Yeah, this is good. It's relaxing. I hope you can hear the music. Okay, so any... Oh my gosh, this looks pretty cool. Look at Kakashi. Look at him. He's coming together. Like, this actually looks pretty cool. Especially if you're a fan of his character. Let's see. I'm gonna use my dark grays up here. Okay. Actually, I wonder if it would have been better if I had like a darker background. You would be able to see instead of a white background. I actually don't have anything that's not. See, like, let me just try something. Do you see that better? Oh, that actually. Do you see that any better? Compared to. I don't know. There's less contrast, I think, which helps. We'll do this for the headband. Let's just try. Oh, you've done all the parts for the head. Nice. You're so fast, streamer. Now you just have to figure, yeah, that's the fun part. You just have to keep moving some beads around until you can see the puzzle pieces. See where each part will click. This might actually be better now you can see it. I don't know. What do you think? Yeah, I'll just do this for now, for the just for the headband portion. Okay, now I'm doing the symbol, the hidden leaf symbol that is on the headband. This is the symbol that tells other ninja what clan or what village you're from. So there's a lot of different villages in Naruto. There's village hidden in the sand, village hidden in the mist, I think. Village hidden in the sound, which was actually, it was just like a few people, not an actual big village. I think I'm gonna use black for this to really make it pop. And then this one, of course, is village hidden in the leaves. What other villages were there? I can't remember actually. There's one hidden in the clouds, I think, because they're up on a mountain. I'll do black for the symbol. This song that's playing right now sounds very Blade Runner 2049. They've got a lot of cinematic music that would go well for movies, which is great for filmmakers or anyone who wants to make a little movie that they want to put on YouTube. This one's called Rapid Unscheduled Disassembly. That sounds very futuristic. I really love sci-fi movies like Blade Runner. What's the Ready Player One? That's a great movie. Tron was pretty fun. I've been watching Star Trek, the original series, just to see William Shatner, the original Captain Kirk. And that show, even though it's a very dated show, it's like from the 60s. It's, I can see why people loved it when it first came out, because the idea of traveling in space is really exciting. So I've been watching Star Trek, the original series. There's a whole bunch of Star Trek shows. There's like The Next Generation, Strange New Worlds. One of my supervisors, his wife loves Star Trek. So I would love to get to know that show more. I surprisingly haven't even seen I haven't seen Star Wars. I haven't seen a single Star Wars movie. I don't really know what that whole world is about. I've seen Lord of the Rings. I love that. That movie trilogy is really good. I've seen Wheel of Time, which I enjoyed, even though some people say it doesn't do the books justice. It's okay. I really like the show. Okay, here's another nice song that I could use for my YouTube video in the background. Okay, do you see the hidden leaf symbol pretty clearly now? This is actually, yeah, that's it there. Then I just have to fill the rest up with light gray to give it that contrast, that pop. Just need to put these, and then I want to read some more crazy library stories. Just need to make sure I know where this ends. Okay. All right. Let me see. It shouldn't be. What's up with this one? Huh. I'm gonna do some counting. Oh, I think I messed up. Oh man, hold on. I think this needs to go one bead. Yeah, it needs to move to the side. It's hard to tell now with all these colors. Oh yeah, I think I put this too close. Okay, let's take out the black beads and then try to readjust this. It's not in the center. Okay, this one goes, this stays here. That's why it was weird. But we got it. It'll go. It'll be fine. Oh, you think you got it, Dreamer? Nice. Did you imagine it coming together in your mind? Like when you look at the pieces, can you imagine it in your head and then assemble it in your mind? That's what you got to do. Okay, now I think I've got it. Now it should be correct. Always some little detours, but we'll get there. I'm thinking I should switch out this gray as well to do a lighter gray. It'll just look better. You won't even notice the difference, but I know the difference. I just don't get it. What did I do? Okay, this one... I think this one's too close. If I don't finish this today, I'll have to finish it next stream, but oh wait, it's still not right. I know what I did wrong. Okay. I still have to move it one more bead. One more bead to the right. This gets really tricky once you get a lot more beads in place, because everything just starts blending together. I still like regular beading the most. That one I can see everything clearly. I have to pick everything up. I can pick everything up easily. this one. It's still an easy fix. Troublesome, but still easy. Yeah, now it's like this. Okay, we got it. And then the rest of the headband also shifts. Like that. 1, 2, 3. I think something's still off though. Okay, now it should be good. No, it should be big. No, we got it. We got it. We have to get it. This is kind of like, I think this is what crocheting would be like, because you have to hold a floppy little cloth and then do your crocheting stuff there. I've never crocheted, but that's what I imagine. Or no, not crochet, it's cross stitching. What am I talking about? Cross stitching. I feel like this is what cross stitching would be like. Having to hold a flimsy cloth and then make sure everything goes in the right spot. Okay, Kakashi. I'm gonna finish this. I think the hardest part will be the hair, because that one is just all sorts of shades of gray. Does the dark background make this easier to see, actually? I don't know. Let's try it without. Actually, yeah, it does. It definitely does. Oh, you tried Dreamer, but your brain doesn't really work like that? It's okay. You can train it to work like that eventually. It'll develop that skill. Just take some time. Okay, now this is correct. I think just the more you do 3D projects, eventually you'll just figure it out. You'll be able to see it. You'll be able to imagine it. Because I don't think I ever had that skill before. I had to learn it. Like, nope. I think the only time I ever learned imagining 2D images becoming 3D objects was from geometry. Like when in elementary school, when you make cubes and rectangular prisms and pyramids and stuff, and you have to fold those papers. I think that was the only time I ever learned how to imagine 3D objects, but like you don't actually use it for much until you need to make something like a Minecraft figure, and then eventually you learn it. Okay, there we go. Finally. That's one side of the... This is really I know this can be a bit straining on the eyes when you're looking at it fully like this. If you look at it from here, there you go. See, like that looks way better than this, right? I think it's also the glare. So we'll work on it a bit like this, so it's not so hard on the eyes. Okay, I'm now bringing out the light grays for the rest of the headband. So there's going to be white all around here. Let's fill in some spots first though. I'm lost again. 1, 2, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1. There's something a little bit off here, but I don't want to I don't want to change it at this point, so I'm just gonna wing it. Yeah, with this you can wing it a little bit. Okay, and then fill it with white. Okay, yeah, we're on the right track, and I can just fill this up with some random colors. And it'll look really good. You will see. So close, so close. I think this is it. And then we'll finish. We'll have his whole face done, and then it's just down to the hair. The hair is pretty simple. It's just we'll do an outline, and then just fill it with grays. Kakashi's got lots of grays. I think today I want to open up also a blind box, a Naruto blind box. I've had some Naruto blind boxes that have been sitting there for ages, and now already there's a new set coming out, so I might as well just open the first set, like open one of them. So we'll see who we get. Okay, here looks like I just have to I just choose a few. Hold on. We'll do this 1, 2, 3. And then there's a whole line of dark grays. Okay, let me continue reading some crazy librarian stories. So, somebody said, dude wearing hospital scrubs and carrying his belongings in a plastic bag came up to the front desk and asked if we knew where he could exchange his belongings for gold bullion. I truthfully answered no, and he left. He was laughing throughout the entire conversation. That's kind of creepy. Imagine someone who talks to you and they're just laughing the whole time. But yeah, actually one time while we were closing up the library, we're doing our normal roving, which is like when you walk around, looking around the library to make sure everyone's left and that there's nobody hiding in the library so that we don't lock them up in there. I found on the floor under a desk somebody's underwear. It was a girl's underwear that was just left under a study bar chair. And I was like, what's the protocol for this? What are we supposed to do when somebody leaves their underwear? And then our supervisor was like, oh my gosh, they used a grabber and grabbed all of it and then threw it in the trash. I think they even tried to keep it for whoever lost it for a day. But yeah, that stuff went straight to the trash. Somebody just left their underwear there. I mean, you gotta take better care of your stuff. Okay, hold on. Let me see if this is... Okay. Okay, now this is the end of Kakashi's hair piece. I'll get a few more... We're winging it at this point. I'm not following exactly the pixel art design. But it will turn out fine. Okay, yeah, this is the this is his headband all done. It looks pretty good, I would say. Now, for the rest of it, how should we do this? I'll start this side of the hair piece. There's just a lot of gray in Kakashi, so you might not even, you don't really see it well in this style of pixel art. But it will, I believe it will look good. Hopefully that, because this is going to be my new wall decoration. Yeah, this part is all Kakashi's hair now, so it's just a bunch more grays. I think what would really make this piece pop is having like a very contrasting background, so maybe a blue background, I think, because Kakashi has a move where he uses lightning called Chidori. It's blue lightning ball. He taught that to Sasuke. And then, yeah, I think that would be suitable for him to have a blue background. And for the hair, I'm using this very light gray. It looks kind of like white, but it's still gray, which is why I love having Artkal Bead colors, because they have really subtle color differences, shade differences. So now we're just making his really cool spiky hair. Just iron the head. Oh yeah. Are you done with the head, Dreamer? Like, is it clicking together? I hope it's clicking together. I don't like this song that's playing right now. It sounds like, you know, that the beginning when you play a DVD and it goes zoom, like, I don't like that sound. It was like the VFX sound effect or something. I need to change this music. What is this song? It's called Spaghettification. Alright, that was hard on the ears. Okay, let me continue. We're so close to finishing Kakashi. Oh my gosh, he looks really cool so far. I wish you could see this better. Here. Yeah, I think you see it best like this. So I'm working on the hair here. I think I just need like 30 more minutes, hopefully. Or maybe an hour. We will see. I'm just moving back and forth from left to right side. So I don't get too confused on which side I'm doing. Or like how to count it. This song is also very space-like. Space and beyond. Let's choose something. Let's get another. It's called False Vacuum Decay. Okay, this is Patrick Patricios on YouTube Audio Library. I really like his music. What is this, though? Oh. Okay. Yeah, we'll listen to some of this. Messed it up a little? That's okay. What went wrong? Was it the... Did the puzzle pieces not connect perfectly? Because you can probably... If it's like one bead misplaced, you could probably fix that up. Just... Sometimes when I mess up, I just like cut off the part that I messed up and then I try to re-iron it. But other times you could... Okay, just start over. I hope you don't have to start over the whole head though. That would be a lot of work. But it happens. It happens, I know. Okay, so I think Kakashi's hair looks really cool. I want to get as many different shades of gray as I can to really get it to pop. Because like the mask already, I feel like the gray I chose is too dark, so you don't really see the contrasting color. But the hair, I'm gonna make sure that he has some different shades. And then the main color I'm holding right now, it's S77, which is a very light gray, but it looks almost like it's white, which is what his hair is like. It's a silvery metallic hair. Okay, so this is the top. This is already the top of the head. I'm gonna have to extend it a bit more, I think. But this is the top of the design already. So I'll just... you'll see it gets cut off, but then we'll figure out a way to extend it and design it ourselves. Okay, this music that's playing now, it reminds me a lot of early BTS, kind of R&B, very soft. Oh no, why is this? Actually, oh, I put it in the wrong spot, that's why. Does this not sound like a BTS song? Oh, wait, what's happening? This is actually supposed to be... I always keep messing this up when I'm gonna do it. Can I not? I think I'm counting so much that I'm getting mixed up. Sometimes you just need a break. But I'm doing this all at once, so I'm starting to crash a little. But it's okay. Let's just finish this and see how it looks. Because this is the very left, this is the top, very left side, like right here of his head. So as long as I have this, we're like pretty much, we're just like 1/5 of the way from the finish. Yeah, that's just cute. I think I need this gray. And then I have to find a way to extend this out a little. His spiky hair, I'll have to redesign it, but I'll figure that out myself later. One, two, three, four. Okay, so here I'm gonna set it up so that I can just put only this color so then I can read more stories. Oh, you fixed it with your scissors. Nice. Yeah, I always use an X-Acto knife to fix anything, but wow, I'm surprised you use scissors. It's really hard to cut beads with scissors. I hope they're really sharp. I'm scared to do the body now. I don't want to mess up again. Well, if you're too afraid, you're never gonna get the body done. So you just go do it. Do it afraid. You don't want to just have a head. Where's the body? You need to make the body. It's okay. If you mess up, it will just do it again. Just try again. There's no big deal. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. What is this? Why is this wrong? Everything I'm doing is wrong. See, I keep messing up on this. But I'm gonna keep going until I get it. Okay, so here this will all be the same color, so I can go read some more wild library stories from the people of Reddit. Oh my gosh, this is interesting. When I worked as a prison librarian, I didn't know prisons had librarians. I had a guy start doing yoga near the gate between the checkout counter and my office. Probably a distraction while other guys made some kind of trade. In the same job, I had a guy drop what I thought was a dead butterfly on my desk. He had made it with paper and colored it and was hoping I could get him more books on butterflies with pictures so he could make more. Aw, that's really wholesome for a criminal. Or who knows, maybe he wasn't a criminal. Maybe he was framed. Maybe he was actually a really sweet guy. I also had a woman ask me to write her a love letter from the library after we found a missing item on the shelf. That was an unpleasant and very strange interaction. Oh, or maybe the time a guy said he drew a photo of me, gave it to me, and when I unfolded it, later it was a printout of some nasty stuff. He actually came back to trade papers and apologize. Oh, wow. A prison librarian. I didn't know that was a thing. That's good, though, that prisons have a library. If you're gonna spend your life there, might as well learn and re-educate yourself so that you don't end up in prison once you're released again. Unless, I don't know, unless you're like Ocean's 8 and they're like plotting to rob all of the jewels from I don't remember where they robbed the jewels in that movie. It was a heist. Was it actually in... It was the Met Gala, I think. Yeah. That was a good movie. I don't think I would make it in a prison library. I I can't handle people yelling at me. I'm sure there will be people like that in a prison. They said it's a worthwhile and rewarding job. I just didn't have any support outside of it, so I had to move on. I did manage to get the butterfly guy at least one more book. Aw, that's actually kind of wholesome. He liked butterflies. I wonder what he did to get himself into prison. Let's see, what else? Let's see, I worked at my local library about 10 years ago, and the one incident that sticks out to me was when a girl came in to sign up for a library card. At the library, if you are under 16, you have to have a guardian sign off on your papers, and this girl was 4 months short of 16. Explained the situation and helped her fill out the form, but said to get her library card, I just need a signature from a parent or guardian. She understood and told me she would be back. Well, the lady she brought back with her was purple with rage. She shouted and shouted about how they were just books and all children should have access to books. I explained everyone is free to access them, but borrowing them, someone needs to be accountable, and asked if she was the parent or guardian of the girl, and she could just sign the form. She grabbed the form from my hands and ripped it up, saying she would never come back to the library ever again. Her daughter was visibly embarrassed and had tears in her eyes. All the lady had to do was sign the form and be gone. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I believe that everyone should have access to a library, but with younger kids, you never know, like, if they lose the book, who's gonna pay for it? They don't even have a credit card maybe to pay for it online and stuff like that. So you do need the parent to sign off on it. It's not that hard. Like, I don't know, some people just like to be difficult for no reason. Like, why are you being so difficult? Like, it's not that deep. I had a customer one time. She was like, I want to book a study room. And I told her the procedure to book a study room. I said, oh, you just have to make an account here, so then you can book it online. And she's like, I can't just book it with you right here while I'm standing here in the library. And I was like, whoa. I'm like, no, that's just how the system's set up. You have to like book it online yourself so that you get a receipt, and then it's like self-service, you know, makes things more convenient. Because you can book it at home, you don't have to come to the library to book it. But she's like, why can't you just book it for me, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, we need to have your name in the system so that, you know, if anything happens, like at least we have some sort of information. Like, who knows what could happen. So it's just, I don't know, that's just the procedure. And she's like, oh my god, you guys are trying to steal our information. You're just trying to farm our personal information. You're data mining, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't know how to respond to that. I'm like, well, that's just how you do it. Everyone books their study rooms online. I don't know, it's not that deep. Nobody cares about your data. Like, I don't know. Some people are just so weird. They just care too much about things that don't actually matter too much. And I don't know, I think if you're concerned about your data, if you have a cell phone, your data's already out there. Like, there's no way to escape that in today's society. It's just, everyone has your data. But like, what can you do? It is scary though, how they are using it to try to sell you things, but I don't know, there's no point in yelling at a library worker who's just there to show you how to book a study room. There you go. Halfway there. Halfway there. Ah, look. See, he looks Like he has a buzz cut, which I'm not loving for him. But I will find a way to make his spiky hair come out just so you can see it. I think I just have to go like this a little and extend it to the end. Yeah, and then here, if I can keep extending it, it'll look pretty good. This one I'm just winging it now. We're just freestyling with the grays. Bye, Dreamer. Thanks so much for hanging out and watching the stream. I hope your penguin turns out alright. Yeah, when you're more focused and you get a break, I'm sure your penguin will turn out beautifully. And you know where to share it once you're done. Can't wait to see it. Alright, see you, Dreamer. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I'll see you next time. Probably Friday. Bye. Okay, Kakashi. What will we do? What will we do to make your beautiful hair look amazing? Okay, I think over here is it's gonna be the furthest point, maybe. Okay, I'm reading another funny one. My branch is across the street from a large city park with tennis courts. I've had to chase tennis players out of the branch because they were trying to repair their rackets with hair dryers in the adult reading room. 30 minutes later, I went downstairs to my office and they were in the employee area trying to find an outlet. I told them they could either leave or be excluded, but they needed to GTFO. They were shocked they couldn't run a hairdryer in the library. Oh my gosh, yeah. The things people think they can do at a library. Like, hello. I don't know. Some people, they're just like, I don't know if they know what the purpose of a library is, because a lot of people who come to the library are there to study. But then other people, they're like having a whole party in the library, having like they're bringing pizza, subs, and like all their lunch. They're having their lunch in the library, which actually we had to say that you're not allowed to bring hot food to the adult section because it's really distracting when you're smelling all of those foods. But yeah, having like who thought that bringing a hairdryer to the library was a good idea, or that they would tolerate that? I don't know. That's just so weird. It's crazy. Okay, Kakashi. I think I don't have enough of this gray. So I want to use this Artkal. I don't know, this perler gray for this. S43. I hope I have more of that. Let me see. sweet. I actually have a whole bag full of that, so I'll use this. See, look, I made sure to get it. Thank you, past me. I love when past me takes care of me now. Okay, so here I'm gonna use Alt S43 to get this early dark portion. Then we'll be done after this, I think. And then I'll finish it up, I think, on Friday when I do my Pokemon stream. We'll do like an electrifying looking background because of his Chidori. And again, here I think I'm starting to just like wing it. I'm not really following the pattern. I think this extends, hold on, let me see. We're starting to go too off track, then it makes it harder to connect the original design with my winging it design. Okay, so we got that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And beside that is the start of his. Okay, I got it. Yeah, so now I'm gonna fill, let's see, I'm gonna do some lighter gray fills here. I think this is gonna look so good once it's complete. I'm very excited. All right, let me see. What's the next crazy library story? 2 girls, aged maybe 12 and 8, came in looking for a book with photos of water towers for trains. Wildly specific. I felt like a magician when I was able to actually give them a book right off the shelf. The 12-year-old opened it, looked at me in disgust, slammed the book shut, shoved it randomly back onto the shelf, and said, "She doesn't want trains, just water towers for trains." Then the 2 stormed away. I still don't understand. Kids are so funny. I had a kid who, he was doing one of the challenges that we have around the library, like a scavenger hunt challenge, just yesterday actually. And then one of the challenges was to go find a book with the title that starts with the letter in your first name. His first name starts with a J, so he goes and finds a book. And then he's like, this one starts with a J. And I'm like, no. Because the sticker that he was pointing to said J Fic, which is junior fiction. So the book title wasn't J Fic. It was like in like Lost in Time or something like that. And I'm like, no, that doesn't start with a J. That is just the sticker. I said, no, see, it says J. And I'm like, no, that's the sticker that tells you it's a junior book. It's a kid's book. Your name starts with a J, so you have to find a title that starts with J. And then he's like, I hate you. And then he stormed off. I'm like, I'm just explaining the rules. Kids are really easy to say, I hate you. But like in an endearing way. I think I did that once when I was a kid, like in grade 2. One of my reading buddies, she beat me at chess. And I was like, I hate you. Like in the nicest way possible. Like not like I don't actually hate her. But then the teacher was like, Victoria, how could you say that you hate her? She was so mad. I was like, whoa, I didn't mean it like that. But I also really didn't like this reading buddy either, because she was barely reading to me. I was reading myself. I think that's why I was good at reading, because my reading buddy never read to me. So actually, yeah. It was good that she was a bad reading buddy. Otherwise, I wouldn't have learned how to read on my own. Yeah, I guess that's what I had to do. Sometimes you just have to take it into your own hands, and then you learn a new skill, because the older kids actually didn't know what they were doing. Alright, let's see. What else is a crazy story at the library? Someone said, oh, I can answer this from Friday this week. We had a guy come in screaming, mad about a Valentine's Day, a Black History Month mashup mural in one of our windows. It is a really pretty traditional profile of a black man and woman with natural hair, with pink, red, and white clothing, and hairband and heart in black, red, green, and yellow. Yeah, that's a pretty normal combo, because February is Black History Month, and then Valentine's. That's a really normal setup for a library display. I do a lot of library displays, and we have to combine so many different heritage months with other holidays. And then it's the first time I've been screamed at. And that I, a middle-aged white woman, wow, she wrote some strong words, hate white people and ashamed of my own ancestors. Wow. Yeah, I mean, that is pretty bad when you have somebody who's being racist. That's not good. That's not good. Luckily, I don't think I've encountered that yet. I don't want to ever encounter that. My neighborhood, though, predominantly Asians, so where this library is, so we have a lot of people who are looking for second language books, but nothing bad like that. That's really bad. That sucks. That's not good to have hate, especially in a library where you're trying to learn and see different cultures. That's one of the goals with the book displays as well, is so that people can be, especially young kids, they can be exposed to different cultures, different traditions, different stories. And I don't like this song right now. I don't need singing. But yeah, that's not good. He was in his 20s too, so too young for that kind of racist, hateful garbage. Yeah, that's not good. There have been a lot of strange ones over the years. There was the woman who believed her ex had hacked her computers and was actively spying on her and had dumped a trash bag of baby clothes in her living room. Oh my god. That sounds really crazy. The guy who followed another patron home and tried to get her out of her house with the old "I lost my dog" ruse that she saw right through. That one was scary, and I'm convinced that guy's going to seriously harm a woman one day if he hasn't already. A lighter one, a patron who came in with his adult children to ask for our help in taking a paternity test? What? That's crazy. He was pretty sure his kid was his and it wouldn't change anything, but he wanted to verify. One staff member ended up swabbing his cheek. What? See, why do people go to a library for stuff like that? Why do they think I guess they think the library has all the answers. You couldn't have gone to, like, a medical center for that? Yeah, I've had this experience once where a guy came in, he was very, very upfront, like he knew what he wanted. He's like, "I want you to order this for me." And I was like, whoa, very demanding, first of all. Where's the hello, how are you? Some people just don't do that, I guess. And then he's like, "I want you to order me this car part for my car." And in my mind, I'm like, that is not my job. Why do you need me to do that? And I guess, like, he has difficulty using a smartphone. So I'm like, okay, fine. He has a special condition, so he has a health condition, so I'll help him out. I'll help him. It's not like I have to plan any other programs or, like, figure out what books to read for my story time or, like, learn new songs to sing for the kids, but it's okay. I will help this guy. And then he's like, okay, you gotta order this for me. Make sure it arrives at the car mechanic's address. Put in my credit card. And I'm like, are you okay with me looking at all this information? He's like, yeah, just do it for me. And I was like, okay, dang. I never expected to be doing this at a library. But, like, there are people with lots of requests for stuff that you're like, I don't think you're at the right place. Maybe you should go to the actual, I don't know, mechanic. Or maybe see if you can find a personal support worker, but sometimes they just have nobody, and you're the last resort that they have. So I understand how that can be difficult, but it's also just crazy sometimes the kind of requests you get. You're like, oh, I never thought they would be asking me that at the library. One time, also, a guy with with 5 kids, each holding an instrument. It looked like they were a string quartet or something. They had a cello, they had violins, and then he's like, hey, can I book a study room can we play music, like practice our instruments in the study room? And I'm like, the study rooms aren't soundproof, so if you're practicing your instruments, everyone else is gonna hear it, so no, you can't practice in the study room because you're gonna disrupt everyone. And they're like, but we really need to practice. And I was like, we have like a little, because we have musical instruments that we lend out as well in the library system. I was like, you can go to that place, the sound booth at the library, you have to book that. But you can't use a study room, sorry. And he was so disappointed. He's like, oh, I was hoping we could use that. And I'm like, no, it's gonna be too loud. Like, come on. I play instruments too. Like, I know how loud a guitar can be. It's gonna make the whole floor like a concert venue. So it's just interesting to see what people think they can do. I mean, it's harmless, but come on. Just have a little bit of common sense, please. Sometimes I just wonder what is going through people's minds. All right. Here's a post from a public librarian. They said, most recently, the strangest encounter was when someone felt the need to steal the toilet paper dispenser off the wall with the toilet paper still in it. The hand soap dispenser with the soap still in it, and the paper towel holder with the paper towel still in it. I don't know what to say about that. Somehow nobody noticed anything unusual until someone else went to use the bathroom. That's, oh gosh. I can imagine that happening at a library. That's, yeah. What we had at one of the libraries was vandalism of public washrooms. Somebody, they took a bunch of toilet paper. You know how you get it all wet and like kids will throw it up on the ceiling and get it to stick on the ceiling, like that kind of gross stuff. So somebody did that with an entire roll of toilet paper, and they stuck it to the wall. They stuck it to the wall near the mirror in the of course it was the men's washroom where that happened, unfortunately. And like most of the people who work at the library are females, and so we couldn't really check the male washroom often. The men's washroom, like, we only have like a few guys who work at the library. But then what's worse was that there was also a book that was tossed into the toilet, as well as the giant tree branch, which I don't even know how they snuck that in. They got that in. But yeah, it was like young teenage boys who did that. Really bad behavior. It was a whole thing. Yeah, it was a huge inconvenience to everyone. A lot of emails went out being like, if you hear anything fishy going on in the library washroom, you call security right away. But then by the time security comes, like, they're all long gone, so there's really no point. But yeah, crazy stuff like that. I hear about it all the time. I've seen it, witnessed it in the library. You could totally write a TV show all about that. In Canada, actually, they had a TV show called Shelved, which was about working in a public library, but then that TV show got shelved. So there's no current TV shows about working at a library at this moment. It would be so cool to write a TV show and to produce one, just like Parks and Recreation style. I'd love to do that. Another show I really like is Abbott Elementary. That's executive produced by Quinta Brunson, who is so funny. And the guy from Everyone Hates Chris is on that show too. That show's really good. It's so similar to like the Parks and Recreation Office style comedy that I love. I only watch clips of it, but I really want to watch like a full episode one day because it looks so funny. But if you had that in a library setting, I think I would be watching that all the time. Alright, so let's get the rest of the head filled up. I think I just need... I think I'm gonna do this, because Kakashi has pretty spiky hair, and then I think if you go like this, you can make a little spiked up portion here. Yeah, that looks pretty good actually. Yeah, like this. Okay, let's get a few more lighter grays, and then I'm like so close to finishing. I can just do a few more and then it will be done. Yeah, I think the rest now, I just fill it up with this light gray and we're done. Awesome. So I just need to do that now and then we're gonna be finished. I'll open up a blind box of my Naruto blind box. Okay, this person said so many strange stories. Patrons looking at sketchy stuff on the internet doesn't even register. I've had multiple patrons who were clearly going through a mental health crisis and needed intervention. I've had a patron call about a weird charge on their account, who then went down a weird rabbit hole of trying to guess over the phone what I looked like. And then asked me out on a date after she told me that she thought I was probably gay. What is this? Patron cooking a chicken breast on a hot plate in a quiet corner of the library. Waiting. Patron who used to talk to herself and sing songs for her imaginary friend. Aww. Patron wandered into the library dragging garbage bags of trash he'd cleaned up around the park outside and carrying a giant rusty scythe. What? This is crazy. I'm lucky that my community has a social worker that we can reach out to for some of these situations. But yeah, we get all kinds of people at our library. Yeah, that's why I have so much respect for social workers or like anyone who works with vulnerable people or people who are in need of help, extra help. It's a lot because even the lady I met today, she was just being so rude to everyone. She definitely needs a personal support worker, but today she didn't have one. She was just like, all I did was smile at her, and then she was like, "What, you think what I'm saying is funny? I bet you think that's funny." I'm like, "Whoa, girl, I was just smiling. I was just smiling." And then she was like, being so rude to our front desk people, like just talking over them and not acknowledging what they're saying, just being a horrible person. But I feel like that's only because of her illness, her mental illness, but that doesn't excuse that sort of behavior. So some people definitely need help, a lot of help. But I guess that's why we have libraries, so that they can at least feel comfortable talking to somebody who might be able to point them in the right direction. But it's just really hard. It's really hard for the workers who have to deal with that. And then, yeah, recently I think I've also been seeing some unhoused people coming into the library. You can tell they're like always traveling with a bunch of bags. There is an odor wafting through the air. And then like they need to use the phone to call whoever to get supplies and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, it's rough. I guess that's what community centers are for too. Is there's a place for people to at least find some shelter, because when you're in the suburbs or like in the city, sometimes it's hard to get that. But luckily, haven't had too much trouble at the library. Okay, I think after this side of Kakashi, ooh, that looks so good. That looks so good. Yeah, I'm loving this. Do you think, does that look like his hair? I think it looks pretty. Do you think I should fill this up too? I think I need to fill. I think I need to fill more of it. I want his hair to look really full. Gonna look so cool. Like, should I? Let's see what it looks like when I put white here. This is exactly what I imagined. Hey, Hazza Beads. W stream, thanks. That's so nice of you to say. I mean, I've been working on this for almost 3 hours now. And then I've just been reading some crazy library stories on Reddit. How are you doing? Look, check it out. I'm pretty much like 95% done. This is... Yeah, I think it looks better actually. What do you think? Yeah, okay. Now I just have to fill this up. And then Kakashi is done. I'll just, I have to figure out a way to make the, Chidori behind him. But I think I'll do that. I'll do that another day. Because I need to find a pixel art design of that. That'll look good. But yeah, once we finish his hair, we're pretty much done. I really like how this looks. I was thinking of doing Itachi as well. I have 3 of these canvases. So I could definitely do some more of these snap-in beads streams. Congrats on 69k. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Hazza Beads. We're very close to 70. Can't believe we're just almost 30k away from 100. That's all I've ever wanted. But we're getting there very slow and steady. I'm taking my time. One day, hopefully, I can get there. Are you working on any projects? This is my project for the day. And I didn't think I could actually finish it in one go. Thought I might have to divide it, but well, I am doing the background another day. Maybe on Friday when I'm finishing my Pokemon live stream. This is a really cool piece. Like, Kakashi is my all-time favorite Naruto character. Next to Itachi, I think. Itachi's a second place. But Kakashi's the coolest. Let me see, I think maybe I could... I want to give his hair a bit more sharpness to it. Okay, final stretch, final stretch. We're pretty much done. I think his hair would look better like this. Kakashi! So good. I'm just moving a few more of these white beads so that it just might look sharper on that end. And then adding some dark grays. Okay, okay. Check it out, check it out. Let's see if this looks better. Oops. This is the last two beads. There. What do you think? This is 3 hours of work. Oh, I didn't do his vest. I need to finish that. Sorry, we're not done. We're not done. Let's get this. I think all I need to do is this. I'll just extend it, and then it will be. Then it'll be done. I just need to figure out if I should do some sort of shading with the dark greens here. I have I can do here. I'm just trying to add a little bit of shading so it's not all just one color. You'll get that play button. Thanks. Thanks for the nice words. I hope so one day. How do you design the schematic? Do you put it into a pixel color generator thing? Oh, so this portrait of Kakashi, I found it from a video game. It's from the Spriter's Resource. So it's actually a profile from an old Naruto video game. So it was originally a pixel art design because it was in I think it was a Nintendo DS game possibly. But you could, if you do find a image that you want to turn into pixel art, you can always just look for an image pixelizer, ask it to pixelize your image. There are a lot of programs that do that. Okay, let me just. So next time I stream, I'm gonna finish the background. I'm trying to do like a blue background with the Chidori. It's like a lightning, electrifying look from the back. If I can figure out how, yeah. If I wanted to do that, I would I would find an image of the Chidori, then I'll put it in a image pixelizer, and then to see what it gives me and then decide what colors to use. Yeah, just search up image pixelizer. I'm sure there's something out there. Okay, yeah, so this looks pretty good for Kakashi's vest. Ooh. Yeah, and the mask looks pretty good actually. So I'm not going to change the mask. Earlier I thought the mask, the two grays were too similar, but it looks pretty good, I would say. Thanks, Artkal Beads. Good night. Thanks for joining the stream and chatting. Hope you have a good evening. Alright, I'm done. I listened to so much YouTube audio library music. My fingers hurt from doing this. This way of beading, it actually hurts your fingers a bit more. You can't use tweezers for this. And I'm like pushing each bead into the slot, which can be a little bit yeah, it can be a bit painful after you do it. How many times have I done it now? Almost 1,000 times with all these beads, right? So switch your hands once in a while if you can. Or take breaks. Or just don't do it all in one sitting like I am. Take your time with it. I completely forgot this vest until the very end, but it looks great. I already know it. And then once I put in a blue background, ooh, it'll look so cool. Right, there we go. Okay, now is the last bead. Oh, finally, Kakashi is all complete. Isn't that cool? I think that's pretty cool. Like, oh, whoa. Wait, what is this bead doing here? I don't like that. I gotta switch that out. There. How does that look? Pretty good, I would say, if I do say so myself. Yeah. That's great. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see how this looks. Whoa. Isn't that cool? Isn't this? Yeah, I just need the background now. Hmm. Yeah, look at it. Ooh, here. Both sides. Yeah, so on Friday, I'm going to do a background for this. I'll figure out how to do it Chidori style. Like it looks like it's electrifying him in the back, so that looks pretty cool. I really like it. Yes. And then I'm going to do another. It's not a blind bag. Okay, maybe I'll open the blind bag once I'll open a blind box when I am finishing this entire piece, like once I've done the background. But for today, I'm gonna open this blind bag. It's a Naruto wafer snack. So I'm gonna open this and see who I get, and then have it as a snack before dinner. So let's see. Let's see which character we're gonna eat. Or not. No, I'm not eating him, but it's a sticker underneath the wafer. So we'll see who that is. Alright, it's it's Zetsu. Yeah, this is the this guy from the Akatsuki. It's Black Zetsu. He and Obito. Sorry, not Obito. Toby. Toby. I get those two mixed up all the time. This guy's named Toby, and this is Black Zetsu. Black and White Zetsu. The plant Pokemon. The plant Akatsuki. Okay, I'm gonna eat this, and then next stream we'll finish up the background for Kakashi, and I will open up one of my Naruto blind boxes. But yeah, thank you so much for joining the live stream. I will be back with another Pokemon bead with me on Friday. So hope you have a good rest of the week. See you Friday. Bye. Bye.